Welcome, my awesome students. In this lecture here, we are going to be installing Eclipse for Mac operating system. So now let's go ahead and start this real quick. I'm going to open up a browser. Okay, I'm using Google Chrome here, and there are a couple things that we have to download in order for Eclipse to work. Okay, so this is the IDE that we are going to be using, Eclipse, and this is a universal IDE. You can use it for many different programming languages. It has a lot of plugins, and it's free. It's open source. Okay, so this is the IDE that we are going to download, but we're not just going to download it by itself, because if we go to this page here, we can see that this one is just Eclipse, and then you have to download the packages separately. But we can download a copy already with the C package already installed, so we don't have to download any plugins or anything like that. So all we got to do is say Eclipse C / and then C++. Okay, and that should give us a link in Google. So if I click here, okay, I'm just gonna go up here and I'm just gonna make sure that it's eclipse.org downloads packages. Okay, there we go. And now you look for the package here, and it's this one here, Eclipse IDE for C and C++ developers. So I'm gonna go ahead and download that. Okay, right here, Mac OS Cocoa 64-bit. Okay, and download. All right, perfect. So that's downloading. Another thing that we need is Java, and we need the Java SDK and the Java runtime environment right here, the development kit JDK and the Java RE or Java, let me see, actually SE right here. I'm gonna urge you to download 8. Okay, so we're just gonna SDK 8, and we click here, and once we find this page, all we have to do is go to Java SE development kit, and I think the JDK has this here, has the JRE, Java runtime environment. So I'm going to Mac OS right here, and I'm gonna click on that. Well, I need to accept the license agreement and then click on it. Okay, and that's gonna download it as well. Another thing that we need is Xcode if you don't have it, and that is a program that we use to create Mac or Apple applications in your computer. So for example, I already have it, Xcode, right here. If you go to Launchpad and you search for X, and you can see that Xcode is here. So if I open it up, you can see that I can start building applications, the Apple or Mac OS applications. Get started with a playground, with a project, or clone an existing project. I can do several things here. But what I want to show you is that you download that from the App Store. So I'm going to go to Launchpad, App, and then App Store. And then here is where you search somewhere in your, the App Store, they keep changing the way it looks. I have the new operating system for that I have in this lecture here, in this video, in this course, is the Mojave or something like that. And it looks like this, but I know in other operating systems like Sierra or Capitan, it looks different. So search in your App Store for Xcode and click enter. Once you see it, go ahead and download it. Download it and install it in your computer. Once installed, okay, we're gonna go ahead and install something else, which is called the command line tools. But make sure that you have that installed. You can go ahead and do it right now. Okay, go ahead and install Xcode. Once you have it installed, another thing that I want you to do is to go to Apple Developer. Okay, just search it up, and it's going to give you the developer.apple.com page. I'm already signed in, but you need to make an account here. Okay, I'm already signed in here somewhere. Hopefully I am. Okay, because I did before. But go ahead, I think you have to fill out some type of survey. It's a small questionnaire or something like that. and then fill it up and, create that account. So what I'm going to do here, it's in developer.apple.com. Once you create your account and you can, you can log in and everything, you get that email, and then you have to verify it. Go to downloads /more. Okay. So you got developer.apple.com download /more. Okay. And then here, you're going to look for command line tools. And then you're going to look for the version that you need for your system. Okay. For your system of Xcode. I have Xcode. Let me see what version I have. So once you download Xcode, open it up. And here in the Xcode bar, I'm going to go about Xcode. And that's going to show me that it's on 10.1. Okay. So if I make this bigger, this one is 10.13. And the other one is 10.14. Okay. So they're both the same, but one is newer than the other. Okay. So 10.12. Hold on. Let's go back to what I had, 10.1. I don't know exactly. This 10.1. It doesn't matter which one. .1. I probably have the old one. Okay, if you want, you can, just download the one for your version. But what we're going to be doing is downloading the command line tools for this. Okay, so I'm just going to download the latest one. I'm just going to click here. Okay, that's the latest one for me, which was in 2018. And this is for Mac OS 10. Let me see my Mac OS. I got to look at that. I got 10.14. Okay. So that's why I'm downloading that one, because my Mac operating system is 10. The version is 10.14. Okay. So make sure it's your right operating system and it's your right version of Xcode. Okay. And then once you have it available, go ahead and open it up. And we're going to install this first, okay? Double click it and go through the wizard. I agree and install. I'm going to put my password. It took about a minute or two. I'm going to close this one. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the installer for the command line tools. Actually, let's move it to trash. Forget it. So once I have that, I have Xcode, the command line tools installed. I'm going to go ahead and install the Java development kit. I'm going to open it up, install, make sure that I have Java 8. And that's just because for the version of Eclipse that I have, it works good. So install, send wizard. That one was faster. I'm going to close this and move it to trash. So now I have the command line tools with Xcode installed, right? Java Kit development kit. And now I need Eclipse installed. Okay. And one of the reasons why we are installing Xcode, if I didn't tell you, is because Xcode, the command line tools for Xcode have a whole bunch of things in there. Okay. And, some of the things that we are going to be needing for compiling. Okay. So let's see where Eclipse is. I'm going to grab Eclipse. I'm going to put it in my applications folder. All right. And it's right here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to close all these windows. I'm going to create a workspace. Okay. You can browse to anywhere you want on your computer, but my workspace is going to be in the desktop. Okay, So go ahead and browse to wherever you need to go. And I'm going to put a / and then the C, a C, because I want this to create a folder like this right here. It just appear there. So it's creating a workspace. And inside that workspace, we can create many different projects. So I'm going to create a new C project. And now we have, this should be here somewhere, the GCC. It's a compiler. So I'm going to create a Hello World ANSI C project with the macOS GCC. I'm going to name this C project just like that and finish. All right. So now we have the project here on the left. You see this folder includes, this is where all the frameworks and libraries is located for the C language, and this is the source. This is where all the files are going to be. Okay, well, the C files. We have the project explorer on the left. We have the editor here in the middle, and we have the console down here. This is where all your stuff is going to come out if you want to print it out here, and your problems or errors. So now what I'm going to do, for the first time, you need to go to project, build all, and then that says finish building target, C project. That looks like everything went all right because it says 0 errors, 0 warnings. And then once you do that, then you only have to do that once per project. And then you're going to click on the play, or this little green symbol here, local C application, and OK. And now it's working. You can see now that we have Hello World. So once we build it, like we did right here, we went project and build, that's going to compile our project, and that's going to create these binaries in here. Okay, the zeros and ones. And then we can run it, and we can spell whatever we want. I'm going to put what here. Now I'm just going to click play. Right here. Well, you need to save it. Make sure you save it. And it says the new what in there. Okay. So make sure you always save your C project, your project there. Okay. You can go to file and save, or your command S should save it. Anyway, so this is how you install the Eclipse for the C programming language in a Mac operating system. Thank you so much. See you in the next lectures.